when the president's favorite news channel, the one of choice, Fox News, is not Trumpian enough, then who is? What is a president to do? The answer, it seems, is go even further to the right and seek out friendly voices from the internet and invite them to a White House summer about the future of social media. To many, the guest list reads like a who's who of trolls, racists, and carnival barkers. On top of that, CNN has been told Facebook and Twitter, two behemoths of social media, are not invited. Joining us now from New York is Jennifer Gregelin, is the assistant professor at Syracuse University, specializing in social media. So thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, to not invite the social media companies, the big tech companies, to a summit on social media, it seems almost like you're holding a sort of a get-together on how to be a great quarterback, and you don't include Tom Brady or the future of movie directing, and Steven Spielberg's not on the list.
Well, I think President Trump thinks he is Tom Brady. I mean, I don't even think that, he's really, really counting on Fox News at this point. We have to acknowledge that the President of the United States has his own broadcast channel through social media. And so I think really what's important here and what he's doing with the social media summit is he is putting forward his own media brand, and he is starting to cultivate those who are just those, profound supporters, and they're the internet memers. And so, that's why we're seeing a lot of the fringe, kind of participants being invited this week.
Okay, so here's part of a statement announcing this summit from the White House. After receiving thousands of responses, the president wants to engage directly with these digital leaders in a discussion on the power of social media. And here is, who we believe is on the guest list. There are others, but these are the ones that we sort of know about at this point. There is Ali Alexander. Now, this guy, he recently tried his hand at a bit of birtherism and a failed attempt to slander presidential candidate Kamala Harris. There's Carpe Donktum, known for his pro-Trump memes and his cartoons, which have been very effective. There's Benny Johnson and Charlie Kirk, both from the conservative group Turning Point USA. Bill Mitchell is just your garden variety conspiracy theorist, and James O'Keefe from Project Veritas, a man who secretly records people and then selectively edits what they say to create controversy. If that is the future of social media, and if that's the power it's going to wield, then it is a future with it, which is terrifying.
What we really have here is the president's kind of cultivating his team, if you will. These are some of the best internet memers out there. Even political cartoonists, they essentially create memes and they're shared on social. So essentially they're kind of sophisticated internet memes, if you will. The president is really making a statement right now that he's almost kind of, again, just going out on his own. He sees himself as his own media with his 61 million plus Twitter followers. He really is not as dependent on the independent and free press as past presidents, even President Obama, because he's able to go direct to the public with that message. And, again, I think he's just cultivating, being able to communicate directly with the public, which is, again, not necessarily a good thing, because the free press, kind of has a diminished role in that watchdog role that we've seen in the past, which is key.
We talked about the memes and the cartoons, and they are very effective because in what way are they effective? Because people can take it in very quickly. It doesn't take a lot of time to absorb the message.
Yeah, they're funny, they're humorous often, and that cuts through and it gets virality, it gets that message out. But what's concerning here is who the President of the United States has decided to align with. Again, as you pointed out, these are kind of fringe actors. The information that's being put forward in their memes is not always truthful. And to see the President retweeting some of this stuff when it hasn't been fact-checked and it's actually misinformation is deeply concerning. It influences public opinion, and it's concerning because it's not ethical, and we need our President of the United States to be presenting facts to the people.
Last question on this part of the story. Do you believe that President Trump has identified the effectiveness of memes, and that's why there's those representatives who are turning up at the
Absolutely, and I wrote an opinion piece about this last year. The president is a great memer, and I'm not saying that his content is good or worthy, but he knows how to get information out there, and he knows how to get it to propagate on social media, and it's concerning because, again, that wields the influence and power to kind of change public opinion, to influence elections, and we really need him to I think, be representative of what a president should be, and dial back on some of those memes that he's been sharing that are unethical at this point.
Yeah, well, along with Barack Obama's Kenyan birth certificate and the bodies of Hillary Clinton's murder victims, there are the minutes from the meeting when all the big tech giants got together and decided to censor Donald Trump and the conservatives. Listen to the president.
They were totally against me. I won. Hillary
But they
Clinton,
didn't think you were going to win.
well, they fought me very hard. I mean, I heard that, and they're fighting me hard right now, which is incredible because I think the Democrats want to shut him up, and frankly, so do a lot of the Republicans want to shut him up.
There was also a tweet back in May from the president. He said, "I'm continuing to monitor the censorship of American citizens on social media platforms. This is the United States of America, and we have what's known as freedom of speech. We are monitoring and closely watching." This has been investigated and found to be without any factual basis, but among many Trump supporters, essentially many conservatives as well, there is this feeling of persecution. And no matter how many times it's explained that there is not censorship, this is not happening, they believe it still is. Why is that?
It's because, again, the president is able to communicate so directly to the public now. The fact-checking, the role of the free press and holding him accountable is kind of falling by the wayside. And so this is, again, why he wants to influence these platforms, why they have not been invited to the summit, because he's trying to, kind of pressure them into giving him more algorithmic privilege, to feature more of his tweets, to make it, kind of what he sees easier to, have more followers in the space. He's concerned that the actions of Facebook and Twitter, et cetera, are decreasing his reach on the platform, where he is spreading things that, are essentially misinformation meant to shape public opinion. That's deeply concerning that a president would do that at this point.
Yeah, it's very much an unconventional presidency, which is an understatement to say the least. Jennifer, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Thank you.